Hey my friends, have you ever asked yourself how would it be if you would be alone on this world? Just you, nobody else. What would you do? What would happen? How would you think? How would you act? Truly, what would you do? I asked myself that question and I started thinking I would try all possible things I could imagine. Without any limitations, I would try everything. I'm a curious person, so I would try everything. Probably I would try to run away from my mind, to try everything. Until I would stop and ask myself why I feel so alone, why I feel so lonely. And I would be asking myself that question so long that I would decide, well, let's figure it out. Let's figure out why I feel so alone. And because there is no other people around me, there is no other people around me, nobody can give me that answer, so there needs to be a way to find that answer. So I would sit down and I would meditate and I would get deeper into my heart, so I could get deeper into my soul, so I could ask my soul for the wisdom of why I feel so lonely. And that was the moment where I've experienced an answer. It was not a thought, it was an experience. Once we seek within for a wisdom, we will recognize that our life's experiences are the answers of what we are seeking. To me, that was such a crazy realization, truly crazy realization. Once we seek the wisdom in the core of our soul, our life will become an answer to our questions. But answers are not popping out like there's a huge board on which they are written. Answers are popping up in codes, in symbols. So we need to learn to decode the symbols. For example, somebody can be mean to you, and rather than emotionally reacting to that person, you will ask yourself what the life is teaching me right now. When you will be walking around and something will happen to you, something which you in the past or your old self would say, oh, something bad happened to me again, why those things are constantly repeating? You would say, well, what answers can I find in this experience, in this moment? And we would stop and breathe a little bit. Let's breathe. And breathe out and relax. Let's let go of the fear. Let it go and breathe in. What this moment is teaching me? What answers can I find in this moment? Maybe that person was not mean. Maybe that person was reflecting my inner judgments. Maybe I'm still judging people, and all those judgments are reflected back to me through people. Maybe I have unsolved fears within me, and those fears are projecting back to me through people, so I could recognize them and heal them. Why all of that is happening? Because soul is seeking healing. Because what will we take with us after this life's existence? as an illusion. What we will take from here is experiences, knowledge, and wisdom. Not what is not serving us. If we are not healing ourselves here, well, you will get back again to heal yourself. Because we can't evolve without healing. Once we learn to heal ourselves, we become healers. So we can heal others. As each seeker becomes finder recognize his or her wisdom. And the purpose of the wisdom is to teach it. So each of us will become a teacher. Each of us will become a healer. Each of us will become a mystic. Who is mystic? Mystic is somebody who is connected and aware of the oneness of everything. But he or she is still able to somehow express that oneness in that physical existence, physical creation. That's mystic. The one who is aware of the oneness from which we all coming from and is able to express it, to acknowledge it, and to explain it the most meaningful and understandable way is mystic. We can only become mystics if we learn to disconnect from who we are not. And we are not our minds, we are not our bodies, but it sounds all so philosophical. But if we start thinking who we think we are, we will recognize, well, I can say to me, I'm an artist, I'm happy and I feel good about my life, but if my feelings are not changing, it means that I'm lying to myself. Right? I'm saying something to me that I'm not. And feelings are saying to me, stop lying. You're still feeling miserable. You're still feeling afraid. So we need to know how to access into that deeper state of body, the emotional state. How to change that emotional state, and what is emotional state? It's a state where energy got stored because it is not in motion anymore. And it got stored in certain life's experiences. Something hit us so strong that we ignored it and we pushed it downwards. And we've tried to run away from it. But it stayed within us, a stored energy. So how to unblock it? How to unblock that energy which was stored in the bodies? Breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out, and breathing in and breathing out, and raise the energy. Let's raise it. Can you feel alive? Can you feel the joy right now? Can you feel the joy for this breath? Can you feel it? If you feel the energy through your whole body, it means that energy is going now back into motion. You didn't outthink it. You didn't go directly into it. You have just become aware of who you are between the breath that you're breathing in and breathing out. Who you are between the breath in and breathe out. Who you are in the gap between inhalation and exhalation. Who you are in between that. You are God. You are infinite. Once we become that infinite, multidimensional being, there is no stored energy anymore. There can't be stored energy because you're infinite. If you're infinite, there's infinite potential. Infinite potential means infinite energy, constantly circling, flowing, giving life to everything. All you need to do is to choose what you want to give life to. And we are choosing it with our attention. Wherever you place your attention, you place your energy there, your focus. You start feeding it with your vital life force. That's why if your attention is always on the pain, you're feeding the pain and it is becoming bigger and stronger until it becomes unbearable. That's the time when we say, I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to deal with it. It's too hard. I feel so stuck. Yeah, but you were ignoring it until now. And it's a natural process, and that's what the soul is seeking to heal. That we stop repeating same mistakes over and over again. That we finally gain lessons from those mistakes that we are constantly repeating over and over again. Once we gain the lesson, if we recognize the lesson, if we acknowledge the lesson, if we learn from that lesson, we will gain wisdom. And wisdom is something which is teaching us why we don't need to repeat mistakes anymore. Now we have that wisdom. Once you have that wisdom has a purpose. Many people are going through something. What can I do with my wisdom? What philosophers are doing? They're teaching people how to think, how to use your mind for thinking, how to learn, how to read, how to move through life consciously, how to follow your hearts. That's when wisdom starts spreading around like a disease. It starts touching other minds. So soul can initiate that wisdom, transform it into experience once again so we can remember who we are. And that's what is happening as we're living in the age of information. All that wisdom, all that knowledge, all this information are traveling around faster than ever before. And the byproduct of that is that more people can connect with it. More people have access to it. And eventually more people are waking up because of it. And because each of us is unique, each of us can experience a certain wisdom uniquely. Which means that each of us can explain it uniquely. And that's the beauty of life. The beauty of life is that each experience is unique. So the point is that not that I will talk the same information that I've heard. I will talk what I've learned. And when you will learn something, you will talk like you've learned it. Because now you're talking from your experiences. And when each of us starts talking from our experiences, we give people a permission that our experiences are truly sacred, and that the change is possible, the transformation is possible for all of us. That we don't need to wait anymore for somebody to give us a path, to give us a way to open the doors for us. We need to open the doors by ourselves, with what we know and who we are. Because we never know what will be on the other side of those doors. We can only imagine. And if we will imagine strong enough, maybe exactly what we are imagining is waiting us on the other side. So let's try it out. This is it, my friends. Today this one, it was a little bit different, right? It was a little bit different, so it's all good. Breathe in one more time. Breathe in and breathe out and enjoy your life. I'm sending you love, blessings, and power. Have a beautiful day and see you soon. One love.